Today what we're going to be doing is working on more of the Jeep, the Rat Rod, the DJ5 Postal Delivery Rat Rod Jeep. We've been waiting on some parts. I had to leave town for a couple weeks, and now I'm back. So today we're going to be working on putting all the rear links in so that we can have, hopefully by the end of the day, which I don't know, man, it's like freaking 4,762.1215 degrees out. And I know some of you guys are like 90% humidity and like just dripping when you walk outside and 60 degrees. We don't have that. We're 4 million degrees and like 35% or 30% humidity, and it just sucks. Plain out sucks. It's hot. But we're gonna battle through it because we gotta get this done. So Michael came by today to help out. We got a bunch of stuff to do today. We're gonna be working on, I gotta drill out brackets right now so we can have all the tabs for the upper mounts. And Michael's gonna be working on the welding together, putting together these end links. Before we jumped on here and showed you guys all this thing, Michael cut everything down.
Yep.
Basically the idea is we wanna get rid of these links that we were gonna use. And we're going to a Heim joint. A couple reasons for that. Regular standard bushing can only go up and down. It can only move one way, up and down, and that's it. If you need any kind of a side-to-side rotation because you're limited on space or whatever have you, then you definitely need a Heim joint, which that's what we ended up ordering, was a handful of Heim joints. We got right and left hand thread because you want to be able to adjust your rod to be able to expand and contract. If you do two right hand threads, all you're going to do is shift the position of the rod. You're not going to actually be able to change the length of the rod. It make sense?
Yep.
So far, so good. So getting rid of the bushing style that we were going to use so that we can have some more rotational forces on our links here.
Right.
So we get the lower links built, almost
built-ish. We cut the tubing, and you have to weld these in yourselves when you do these, and they're swedged. So you can have your gap, so you can put your weld in there, make it all pretty, strong. And if you get super racy, a lot of times you drill and plug weld it so it won't ever come out. But we're not high speed. We're not doing crazy four-wheel drivey stuff. If we were, we'd probably do that.
Swedged is just a fancy word for tapered.
Angulared.
Angulared. It's got the angulars so that you can fill in deeper and then build out. Because if you just go straight and it's butted up, then you're going to have a nasty weld on the outside. We want to get that weld down inside, so it's catching more surface area, making these things more stronger than normal.
Yes.
Part of the reason why we're having to do this is because the upper arms. We shifted the body back, we shifted the axle back, we built the frame, everything's good. But in order to fit a tall guy like myself or Drew, we cannot sacrifice cab space. We need the seats to go back as far as we can. Otherwise, our knees are going to be in our grill. We're going to be chewing on our kneecaps while we're trying to drive this thing. And it's already going to be a death trap. So in order to make this work, we have to take and make a link
Super short.
Super short.
8.5 inches.
I am talking super short. Because what this is going to do is we're going to end up coming up on the top here. Because we want to triangulate this for the strength and also triangulate it so it keeps the axle from walking back and forth. All sorts of fun stuff. But we need it to be short because our seats are going to be resting right against here. And we don't have room to come in any further. So we had to shorten this, and in order to do that, when this thing raises and lowers, it's not going to be able to just go straight up and down. It's going to need some rotational when it goes up and down. So the Heim joint will provide that rotational. These will allow it to walk in all different directions when it's on there. So when it comes down, it can actually, instead of just up and down, it can actually have a rotational to it. And still function without binding. So that's the whole goal. Is we want function without binding, because binding is bad. Plain and simple. That's binding. Yeah, there's nothing more about that. Binding is bad. That's it. You want more? I don't have more. I mean, I don't even have another language to say that in. So binding is bad. So short arms, no binding. We're making the links. Hopefully have it all at least tack welded in today. No. You're here, we're here. We're building things for stuff. Mike, just talk to Michael.
Yeah. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I've got a piece of angle set up over one of the ends fell off. Got an angle, I've got an angle set up in the vise so that I can take and lay in the bottom of the V. You lay the round tubing in there, and that way you can do the best you can to have a straight continuous weld, because when you have stop and start weld, they are slightly less strong. And if you want to, if the best thing you can do, especially on round tubing, is have a continuous weld. And this is somewhat important because, you know, suspension keeps you on the road, keeps you alive. It'll be pretty good, mostly good, won't fall apart. Look decent-ish, maybe. Pretty good, sure. So that's what I'm gonna do. Ooh, that was hot. That was toasted. Give her a tack. Should be good. Tack them all up. Tack them, that way, if you screw it up, you need to make them shorter, longer, knock the tacks off. If you're super confident, like I am, but I think we're probably gonna make sure we double check, just because, you know, heat of the sun burns your brain, and make sure your mind not work too good. So we're gonna tack all these up, and that way we'll set them up, make sure everything is where we want it, make our tab heights for the top links, and we will have working suspension stuffs. Goes up, down, left, right, up, down, left, right. We don't want the left, right, we just want the up, down. It's important. You might notice I don't use gloves. Why? Don't know. Never had gloves. My hands are smaller because I'm a small guy. I wear like a 9 in gloves. Sometimes it's hard to find welding gloves. I gotta find like maybe lady ones. Maybe those will work. My mitts. Man, would you look at that? They're all tacked together. Ooh, it's all tacked. See, tacked is not finished welded. It's just tacked. Important. Because you can break off a tack, like I said. Well, because I've messed up, I've welded the whole thing together on other projects. You'll probably maybe see my Scout on the channel one day. Done a lot of stuff to that. I put the whole front suspension together on that thing, and I screwed something up, and I had to cut it all back off. That was like quite a few years ago. And so I learned, hey, tag it together, take your time, slow your roll, and then you'll screw up less. You're gonna screw up though, which is okay, because you learn and get better and smarter and wiser, and you start thinking about things ahead. And fabrication is very important, because once you weld it, it's semi-permanent, and it takes a lot of work to take it back off. So tack it together first, kids.
It's just not liking it. A guy needs to get a real drill press, you know, some real tools, some big boy stuff, instead of this little sissy stuff. My first drill press. It's like some like little Tykes type stuff over here, man. Made by Play School. Just one I had laying around. Just doesn't seem to wanna get. Had this thing forever. We use this for drilling kukui nuts. Nuts! I have to do it the hard way. Fine! Oh, it's so hot! It's burning my paws! No, it's not.
Not yet. Give us a couple hours, it might.
A couple hours and we'll make it nice and warm.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit.
Okay. Why not?
Sure.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Guess I should have brought some lubricity out, but it's there. Okay, we're gonna go get some lubricant my stuff, spray. This is gonna be a long day. I know, if a guy just used a 5/8 drill bit, we'd be fine instead of the step bit stuff. I know, I understand. But I don't have one, okay? So, Hobo Freight to the rescue as we I have to go get a drill bit. I don't wanna, but I have to. It's hot. I don't want to stand here all day doing this, because I got distance to go, guys. I mean, I got. And we're just melting that. I'm gonna go get a drill bit. Shh. I want a 5/8 bit, okay? Leave me alone. I have 1/2 inch. I have 7/8. I have 3/4. Maybe if I put a 3/4 on a grinder, I can cut it down to a 5/8. I'll just go get a 5/8 bit.
Not the most advisable?
I gotta go get a 5/8 bit.
Well, you know, you never have all the tools that you need. Literally ever. I'm not gonna lie, I got a lot of tools. A lot. You know what? There's always something else you need though. You never have everything. Why? Don't know.
I've got a ton of tools.
Same.
It never seems to be the ones that I need.
I think I've got multiple tons. Tonnage.
Yeah.
Lots of tonnage. There's no ground on there. A ground, so welding is literally making an arc. You're completing a circuit. And so when you plasma cut, you're actually doing the opposite. It's kind of like a welding backwards. And they'll use air to blow through. So when you're welding, you're just completing a circuit. So you have a ground and you have your electrode if you're using TIG welder. If you're using a MIG or an arc welder, your rod or your wire becomes your positive side. They also do flip them if you're doing inverted welds, for certain kind of inverted welds, which is upside down and things like that. So it takes in it, the electricity will pull. At least that's what I've been told by a couple guys that are pros. I'm not a pro. I learned how to weld when I was like 12, and I've just been doing it. And I finally, however many years ago, got a really good machine. So had inexpensive machines. Century is what I kind of had at first. Good machine. So if you want to learn to weld, just do it. There's a lot of YouTube stuff now, which that wasn't around back then. There's classes that aren't very expensive to do, but just do it. Welding's not that difficult. When you get into specialized stuff like welding stainless and aluminum and all that kind of stuff, that's when it gets difficult. But you take some scrap steel and just I'm not a big fan of the Harbor Freight welders, but they're not bad. And just, you go for it. I don't prefer flux core ever, unless you have to, because it's not as strong penetration. So you have shielding gas on a MIG welder, blows the garbage away when the metal's clean, so it makes a nice weld penetration, all the things that matter. But yeah, just do it. I learned how to do it in the backyard kind of deal, and I've never had any of my stuff break. So, must be doing something right. Get her tacked on there hard so we can knock some stuff around a little bit. We need to do some adjustments. I did the same thing again. There's no ground to the freaking frame because the axle isn't hooked up to it. It's hooked up with rubber. Rubber's an insulator. Fit, let's see if we can make some things fit. See how much we got to spread this out. So this, since we're doing Heims, you have these inserts. These inserts are solid. They press into the Heim. That way you have essentially it's a sleeve for your bolt. And they have them different. You can get them different tapers. I guess, well, taperable hole size. So these are going to be for 5/8 bolts, 5/8 suspension bolts. That'll hook all these on. So since we were going with bushings before, the brackets are a little bit squished in because bushings these are urethane, so it's got some squish to it. These are solid, so we're gonna have to, when I look at these brackets on top of that, they are squished in a little bit. So we're gonna put them back out flat and straight, get these to go in there, make sure we're right before we finish welding everything together. Because test fit before the final fit, or else it creates you to have a fit because you have to redo it. And it's not fun. Custom stuff, universal stuff, hot rod stuff, there we go, we use that term. Hot rod stuff never fits. I've gotten kits that are supposed to be bolt-on. Nothing ever fits. Ever. You can watch everybody's YouTube channels that build things. If they have stuff that just bolts right on, it's because you didn't see the like 10 hours in the background they did making stuff fit. Nothing fits. They make it universal-ish. So even if it's like for a specific application, they still don't always fit correctly. See, like right here, It's supposed to be the same width, standard width bushings, right? And we've got what? A little less than 1/8 of an inch that this has to spread out. Even though it's supposed to be the same width as those bushings. But it's not. So in turn, we got a beat metal, because these are 1/8 inch. You kind of don't want to grind these if you don't have to. You can, I've seen guys do it. You can grind the ends if you want to, but if you can just spread it out to where it's square, flush, it'll fit in there nice. Once the bolt and everything is in there, she's strong. That's how suspension works, because your whole suspension is held in by bolts. Bolts and even ball joints and things like that, it's kind of like a shaft and with a nut on it. So it's essentially like a bolt that holds everything together. But when it's sandwiched together, strong. Happen? That knocking everything off? Probably not. Everything wants to cooperate. Let's see what we got. So close. So close. Get sofa. The greatest, well, actually the welds are good. It's just it's hard to spin it one-handed and do this at the same time. So most people, when they have it, which we'll have it one day, they use a lathe. And you put your lathe at a nice slow speed, and you have it at the right height, and you can just weld and get a nice even bead. But you know, we're working with what we got, and what we got works. So, not gonna complain. We're grounding against it, so it's trying to stick by itself. That's cool. It gets hot. So say we're grounding, so it gets stuck on me because the ground's going through this metal because I'm using a separate piece of metal to ground it, so it tries to weld itself to it. So things to be aware of when you do this stuff. And I was telling Drew off camera, when you're going to do these, you have to do this one of two ways. Confidence, but also either you leave the bungs without your end in them, weld them. You have to make sure you're confident that you don't burn through, and then let it cool. Don't screw anything into it while it's hot. Or secondarily, if you're concerned that you're going to get boogers in the threads from arcing, have them in there. A lot of times you want to take and have a wet, cool rag on your end so it tries to draw the heat away from going into the threads, and then you leave it in there, and when it's almost all the way cool, you back it back out, because if you back it out while it's hot, you can pull the threads out, and I've done that, and it sucks. So, helpful tidbit. There we go. Now we gotta let these cool, so that we don't destroy the threads. Woo, that's hot. Grab it with your hands, Drew. It feels good. Heat travels up it, so they get hot really quick. Now, let's sit there. Oh, cool, it won't fall off. We did something right today. Nice.
So you go forward into it.
Yes, you can do either. It's for what's most comfortable for you and where you're going. So what we're doing is, since we're going to be you're gonna have a corner here, right? So if we chase the heat back this way, it's gonna try to melt this corner, right? So unless you're gonna go ahead and do a continuous weld. If you're gonna do a continuous weld, drag it, and then you have to slow up here, fill that, and drag it down. So that's how it depends on how you want to do it. I would suggest, because it's you know, you're going a downhill weld, you can chase a downhill weld easier going down than you can. It's going to build on each other. Does that make sense?
Sort of.
Yeah. So if you want to, if you want to, go ahead and start here, go all the way down.
So when I get here, try to slow it down.
You have to slow it because you got that little gap there.
And then turn here, and then just kind of go this way.
Yeah, and you want to keep your stick out about kind of where you were at right there with the wire.
Good. Like the way I've always done it is like it's kind of almost like
it's almost touching, but not quite.
45, like you can't get in too far.
Right.
And then I kind of come in at an angle.
Yeah.
And then I just push it.
Yeah. And you can chase it faster going downhill because if you try to go backwards up, you can, but sometimes it'll try to build on you, which is okay. It just takes however's going to be most comfortable for you.
I don't know right now because it's been so long, and I always stick welded.
Well, what'd you do stick welding? If you were going to do the stick welding, what would you do?
I would go this way.
Yeah, then do that. There's nothing wrong with that. And since we're not worried about the bushings, you can do this. So if you ever...
Yeah, I wouldn't weld with the bushing.
People at home, if you're going to do this kind of stuff and you're going to be welding things, never have your urethane or rubber bushings inside of the bracket. You will melt right through them. I've done it. It sucks. It makes you feel stupid. But if you screw up, it happens. You screw up, and you learn to get better. Don't do the same mistake again. So what we're doing is we're
pop them out real quick.
What's that?
We can always pop them out too, but
yeah, no, we're not going to use these. So it's not the end of the world right now.
Later.
Well, I wanted to keep the axle square, so because I tacked in this upper cross member for our upper links. So when I tacked in the upper cross member, got it squared, got it level to where we want it. So we can go ahead and do all that. So we can go ahead and burn all these brackets in on the frame for our lower links, while I cut the brackets for the upper links, and we'll get hopefully this all buttoned away.
Yeah, I'll burn that one in,
Yeah.
but I'll stay away from the urethane right now, so we're not ruining this urethane for a later project.
Yeah. So you pop
What
them
we
out.
don't want to do.
It's not the end of the world.
This is fun. So you want to be a fabricator. This is why other people do this stuff. No, it's actually a lot of fun. Honestly, like at the end of the day, you have your frustrations, you have your irritations, you have the tools that don't work, you run out of gas midday and it's on a Sunday, you can't get more gas. You know, there's always going to be problems. There's always going to be things and stuff that's going to get in the way. Get over it. You know, you'll get frustrated. Go grab yourself an energy drink or a Dippin' Dot or carrot or something. Relax for a minute, come back, cool off, and then get back to it, man. Like, at the end of the day, what are you going to do? Like, you see this stuff all the time on Facebook Marketplace. Oh, this car, man, all you have to do is this and this and this and this. That's a guy that either got frustrated, ran out of money, or ran out of tools or something, right? Like, no, man, like, figure it out and get through it. Like, let's go. People did this stuff back in the early days with a lot less tooling than what we have today. You know, and so like, and then also don't be afraid to ask. I haven't done a lot of wire feed welding in my past. I did a lot of stick welding. I had semi trucks. We broke a frame. We cut the notch in it, fish plated, and it was all stick weld. You're starting this far away, and then you work yourself to this, and then you come back to this, and then you work to this. Where the wire's chasing out of a wire feed welder, so it's about learning, right? It's a completely different system. So having good friends like Michael that, you know how to do this stuff, that have used this type of stuff for a long period of time, is extremely helpful. You know, don't be afraid to ask. You might have friends that make fun of you. They're not your friends. If they're making fun of you when you're asking for help like this, and when you're asking to learn, we'll make fun of you, but for other things. But asking to learn is a place that we shouldn't be making fun of each other. We should be, you know, asking for the input.
Don't be afraid to jump in and do it yourself.
Yep.
You're gonna mess up. I didn't get to where I know anything by not messing up. I've messed up a lot, and it's okay. It's frustrating, but then you learn what to not do.
Yep.
Then
So we're gonna get back at it. I'm gonna weld that up while Michael's doing. What are you doing?
cutting brackets. I'm gonna cut the tabs so we can get the uppers going.
Michael's cutting all the tabs so we can get the uppers in. I'll get this welded up down here, and you know, again, if I mess up, we'll go back and we'll do it again. We're gonna get back to it. We're just gonna be doing some welding. You don't need to watch all that because it's just welding. And you know, if you guys are interested and you want a video about how to weld and some of these little inside tips from somebody that's done it in the backyard for a long time, I could show you some of the stick stuff. Michael could show you some of the wire feed stuff. Man, we're happy to do that. So just shoot us a comment, let us know. We'll make a video for you. We'll put it up there for you. Let us know what kind of questions you have, what you'd like to see on videos, and we'll make them for you. We're all learning together here, guys. Yeah. Oh, you pretty thing. You go to welding now. You make metal go hot. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so hot. Yeah, so hot. Oh, it's so hot. Make it melty tight.
As you can see, we have steel-toed shoes, long pants, eye protection, gloves, long sleeves. I have all the things that you require.
You're doing the
to be
safety
safe.
squints.
Everything.
Yeah. You gotta do the safety squints.
So I was born with long eyelashes, right?
That's why you have leg hair.
It's you don't get burned that way.
Yeah.
Protects you from the sun and the dirt and the everything, kind of, you know. And you're good. Don't cut your hands off.
I wear all this because my skin sunburns very easily. And the last time I welded for a short period of time, I was like sunburnt. I was sunburnt. And it was like 2 weeks of like itchy skin, and it just...
It's the best tan that you can utilize.
It's a fantastic tan until you realize that you're a guy that doesn't tan. I come in 2 colors, white and red.
Tons of UV,
Yeah,
you know, and you're paying for it, so it's kind of like a tanning bed.
Yeah, it is. It is kind of like, ooh, that's hot, like everything else around
It's
here.
down sun times
The sun is coming
western.
in.
Western.
We need to get a solution for this sun thing.
What does he say in the office? It's in the 2/3 westerly quadrant. It makes no sense, but it was fine.
I don't work in an office.
No, this is from a show.
Oh, the show. Gotcha. Okay.
Funny quote.
Trying to figure stuff out.
So let's see if our customizational did anything.
You know, here's a really cool thing.
Ooh, that's also still hot.
Careful, that's hot.
You know that?
We got new batteries. Oh, upside down. There. I'm impressed. I was gonna try these out. They're the Amazon specials. They had good reviews, and they showed up today. Threw them on the charger. They came mostly charged, and they're actually working quite well. So I don't know. It's just over at the hardware store, and they had these smaller ones for like $160 for 2 of them, just because they said DeWallet on them, because they take money from DeWallet. Lots of money from DeWallet. That's why they call them those. And these were $89 on Amazon. So if we can, maybe I'll put a link down below for these things. That'd be kind of cool. But if you have DeWallet tools, they also have batteries for other ones. I don't know. I was really happy with them. So far, so good.
Heck of a deal.
Heck of a deal. Twice the deal at half the price. No, twice the price at half the people in glass houses sink ships. Are we good with this?
Sure. Let's try
Are we
to
gonna
not
try and,
burn
like-
our hands, and I'll pass it to you to try to see if we can get
To see if we can burn our fingers?
Yeah, and
Perfect.
put that back in there. Flip it that way. And then that one will come out. And
Finger burning good?
It's all going to be good.
Yeah.
It's all hot. I don't know if you knew that. Because the Heinz are much more exact-roomy than bushings.
Yes, something like that.
Bushings are made for ride quality.
Well, that's just not gonna line up like that. Let's trim this apart. Well, now that I got them in there.
This is an issue I had earlier today. It was fun.
Okay, well that one, this one will definitely fit because part of the hind came out.
Oh, so that's good.
So we're gonna need to grind a little bit more off these tabs.
We got to go. And even with the frustrations, you do it because it's fun and you love it.
Yeah, you know, it's rewarding. Like this kind of stuff, and you know, even if you're not that great at it, and you're trying to figure it out, and all those types of things, man. It's the reward at the end because you didn't give up far exceeds all the headaches.
I've built things all the way from the ground up in the backyard with grinder, sawzall, chop saw, and a welder.
And I've built things from the ground
And
down.
they have- From the ground down?
Yeah.
Below the ground?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's kind of
Trenches.
crazy, right? Yeah, like trenches and piping and
I've done that.
doodads and all
I've
that.
done that.
Yeah.
I don't like digging trenches.
No, I don't either. I don't like digging them, but I don't mind filling them.
That's kind of fun.
Like, you know.
Especially if you got like a little skid steer or a backhoe. That's even more fun.
Yeah. Those are fun.
Because we like equipment.
Well, I mean, we're guys. Like we like fun toys and
Making noise and getting dirty.
making noise and getting dirty and blowing stuff up and burning our fingers, like all that stuff. Like
We don't really grow up.
I think most people just don't understand just how fun this is right now to like hold this piece that is extremely, extremely hot. Because part of it is like, yeah, it's hot, but how long can I hold it before I start going, ow?
Right.
Oh, that is just, I mean, that is just not even almost.
Close or not?
Oh, not even close.
How much? How much not close are we? Not close enough to pry it?
Maybe.
Grind it?
It's definitely not close enough to hammer it.
Oh, suspension work.
All right. So,
Would you look at that?
just that easy and it's in.
For y'all, it was like a couple minutes. For us, it's been
Days.
a few hours and days and weeks. Months.
It's like feel like Noah building an ark.
Yeah, he did it by hand
Well, we're doing this by hand.
with power tools. He did it without the power tools.
Well, I mean,
That's much more impressive-ish.
he also used gopher wood.
He's like an Amish.
Yeah.
Like they're impressive.
Is Moses the original Amish?
Maybe.
So the whole idea behind all this Amish Moses talk is that that this thing's gonna pick up. So we're gonna find out if it's gonna be able to pick up now. Oh crap! It's all bound. It won't move.
It's all stuck.
Dang it! It won't move. It's all perfect. It's all the movement. No, just kidding. So the whole idea there is that when we put airbags in this, we'll mount some brackets down here somewhere around this area, and when the airbags air up, picks up the frame, and the air down.
Don't worry about the pinion going all weird right now because we got no front suspension on it.
So we should set up like a fart box on this thing, so when you lower it, it sounds like a big fart
Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
or belch.
That'd be fun.
So again, the reason why we had to do the shorter Heim joints, which we actually were originally going to bring them off of here. Oh, that is hot on the back there, right on the. Okay, we were originally going to bring them off of here, from here down to here, but I like the idea that when it's fully loaded or when it's fully lowered, that we're actually sitting at a different angle. We're a little bit more happy there. But again, you can see the reason for the Heim joints is because a bushing's not going to be able to move in that way. So now the Heims can move, everything can articulate side to side, move in every direction. So you can see here, if we watch on this Heim joint, when this comes up, see how that moves? A bushing would not be able to do that. So we could probably get away with a bushing here, and it would have to be a Heim there, because that's going to allow that play to happen. But this also allows for rotation, so that's what we want. If you really watch this lower or this upper one here, the one that sits on the top of the axle, when it's coming up, it's actually not coming straight up. It's kind of coming up and at a little bit of an angle. Some of that is going to change when we get the front axle on and everything's lifting at one time. But until that point, we're pretty happy. We're pretty happy. We got all this done. I'm happy. I don't know about Michael.
Sure, I'm happy. I mean, it
Michael's
comes
always
together.
happy.
You know,
Michael's always happy.
I am for the most part.
Yeah.
Doing things from scratch is a lot of fun. It also has challenges that inherently exist. You have to just press through it. It does come out, even when you have little mistakes and things along the road. Like I said earlier, that's how you get better. That's how
learn.
you do more things.
Right? Try things. Like originally, this was the length of this upper controller.
Yeah.
So if you look, that would have been
We doubled the length.
right there. This part would have been up here. This thing is really, really freaking hot. But changing the placement kind of gave it a little bit more structure. It just all worked out. You play around with it, man. Tack some stuff in place, knock it out, put it back on, and figure it out. So I think that's about it. That's all we're gonna get done today. I would like to have done some more work on the front axle and getting all that done, but that's just not going to happen with the way that everything's been going between 1,573,256,000,1750 billion freaking drill bits later. Thank you, Milwaukee, for your crappy drill bits. They will be getting returned. But after all that, we got this done. We're here. And we can drive it now. A little yabba dabba doo style with the bungee cord holding the front axle on, and we might be able to get this going down the road. Maybe a couple of toe straps to make the steering or something, man. Little Mr. Bean style, you know. But I think that's gonna be it for today. It's been a nice long day. We appreciate you guys coming along, struggling along with this. I mean, right alongside of us. You guys have been there for all, however long this video is, struggling right alongside. So for us, it's been a day. It's just been a day, but this is, like we said 100 times now, customization at its best. And you know, we don't have a big shop with all the fab tools and all the fancy stuff. And one day we will, and things will go a little bit faster, a little bit better, and funneler, and then they'll, yeah, whatever. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I'm just gonna shut up now. Thank you, Michael, for all of your help.
Always.
And
it's fun.
yeah, I always love hanging out with Michael. So we appreciate everything that he's done, and I think we're gonna end it right there. So appreciate you guys. Thank you again for subscribing. Thank you again for checking out the other videos that we have. Go back and look at them. Are you new to the channel? Probably, because a lot of you guys are. Go back and look at the other ones. Leave us a comment. Let us know how we're doing, what you think. And again, like I said earlier, like, let me know what you guys want to see. Is there anything that, like, you're seeing that we're doing that you're like, man, I want to know how to do that? I will tell you, I've watched a lot of YouTube, and I always said, man, I would really like to do that. I'd like to figure that out. And I feel like sometimes pieces are missing that would really help me to go, I can do that. So let me know what you need, and we'll try to create a video for you. So again, subscribe, like, comment. Appreciate you guys. We're out of here. We're gonna go cool down, man. It is forking hot. I mean, just freaking Satan's armpit around here. I'm out of here, man. Shop's over here. Mike, let's cool down, dude. Get some water in the system. I'm telling you. Ice, ice, baby. Ding, 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 ding. Tidy, righty, loosey.
Well, there, just because you have it.
Yeah.
He's left-handed though, so it's the opposite.
It's difficult for me.
Would you just...
Which one I have is the problem.
threads?
I'm confused.
So confusing. Oh my god, I can't understand it. It's so confusing, guys.
I'm left-handed, so everything's backwards for me anyways, so it's confusing.
Backwards?
Life is confusing.
Life is confusing. I'm gonna put these down here.
Life is not set up for left-handed people.
I'm gonna put these down here so we later on can go, where do we put those?
We'll lose them,
Yep.
bang our shins on them or something,
Yep.
and then we'll find them.
Yep.
Perfect.
Okay.
Illustrative purposes.
Illustrative.
Illustrative purposes.
We'll show. You'll see it in the end.
I know, but it's, you know, illustrative for the moment. Right?
Okay.
Okay. Sure.
That is really close.
Hello.
Hello. Is it in the Stoutfire? Yeah. Hello.